Welcome, Patriots, and welcome to what can only be described as Terrible Tuesday, a day where the rot of Democratic deceit and the decay of their failed policies are laid bare for all to see. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where we'll expose the lies, demand answers, and stand firm against the forces that seek to undermine our nation. Tonight, we're diving into the darkness. So I am your host, Charlie, the country conservative. Tonight we are confronted with the devastating consequences of the Democrats' relentless campaign of lies and manipulation. They peddled their false narratives, distorted the truth. They've systematically dismantled the foundation of our society. They've wrote it out of trust, worn us out of the trust in institutions, They've divided us along ideological lines, and they've left a trail of destruction in their wake. And we, the American people, are left to pick up the pieces. But we're not just going to wallow in their mess. We're going to expose the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. Tonight, we're diving into the murky world of gain-of-function research, the dangerous experiments that may have unleashed a global pandemic, and the cover-ups that followed. We're demanding answers from those who have played with fire, and we're holding them accountable for their consequences. And then there's the whispers, the unsettling rumors, the chilling reports of underground cities. Yes, Patriots, underground cities. Built for whom? Built for what purpose? Or these shelters from some impending catastrophe? Are they hideouts for the elite, or are they something more sinister? We're going to explore these unsettling questions, and we're going to demand transparency from those who hold the keys to these hidden realms. Tonight, we're not just reporting the news, we're exposing the shadows. We're not just observing the chaos, we're demanding clarity. We're not just speaking truth to power, we are shining a light into the darkness. So brace yourself, Patriots. We're in for a night of hard truth and unsettling revelations. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where we defend the values that made America great, where we challenge the darkness, and where we refuse to be silenced. The show begins now. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? Crazy, right? Long, busy, wet day here. I mean, it's been raining off and on. It's been constant since probably around 3 o'clock this evening. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of the rain. Can't get stuff done when the rain's out here all the time. But I want to welcome everyone to the show tonight. And thank you for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Anyone new to the show, welcome. We're glad to see you. Don't forget to tell me hi in chat so we can see you. I can't see you unless you say hi. And don't forget, you still have a chance to get your name in for weekly drawings right here. And I kind of come up with something, and I'm thinking my phone's working. So if it comes down to it, we may do some drawings like we did yesterday with being the first caller, which was John M., which I sent his thing out today. His prize went out today in the mail. So we might just do that. We might say who's the fifth caller or the third caller, whatever. We might try it that way one time too. And I think it's working. I think I didn't have something open yesterday on my computer that I had to have open. But we're going to try that again here probably this week, maybe next week. We'll see what happens. But don't forget, you got time to get in there for this shirt right here. And speaking of shirts, you all see my shirt that I made up today. Or, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Did that work out just perfectly or what? Make Alcatraz great again. That is another one of my shirts. We'll be giving it away eventually sometime soon. But I think that's awesome, right? Right? Yeah, that's a lot of tearing up and taking out and stuff. But I thought it was perfect. MAGA, make Alcatraz great again. Oh, yeah. We're going to put this over here with the other shirts. And the other prizes there. But get your name in if you want in on drawing, guys. You can't win unless you're there, unless you're watching. You got to be watching to win. So get your name in there. Hi, Vic on X. So get it in so you can win. Everybody gets a chance to win. That's for sure. So, all right, let's take that off of there. If you need it, just let me know in chat. And we got Texas John over there and get her. Hi, Texas John. Thank you, everyone. And we got Cloud Hub. We got Facebook. We got YouTube. Believe that? X. We got X. We got everybody going on. Don't forget to tell me hi, guys, in chat so I know you're there. I can't see you unless you tell me that, because that's all it is. I can't see you unless you say something. But let's get it on with it with the Wimpkin Warriors. Vic's over in Getter now, too. WIMKIN.com. Download the app if you haven't done it already, guys. Try it out. Trust me, you're going to love it. It's great. Jace, the guy that owns the place, doing a great job with this. Get stuff fixed as soon as something goes on. He gets on it, and it's a censor-free site. You're not going to get censored unless you're doing something stupid. So download the app. Let me know. Join us in chat with the great people of Wimpkin right here, and we're going to say hi once I put my eyes on to be able to see what's going on. Rumble, of course, is lagging, and hi, everyone in Rumble. That's probably Texas John or Vic over there, so we got to get it caught up for some reason. But here we go. Lee, what's going on, man? There's Jeff. Jeff, what's happening, man? Mark from the UK, how are you doing? Daniel, what happening? Frogface, what's going on? Alan, John M., there he is. The winner from yesterday. We're going to have more winners this week, one day. If you don't get your name in, you can't win. We're going to have a drawing for this shirt behind you. F around and find out. That's right. Colin from Scotland. What's happening, Colin? How are you guys? Pat. Hi, Pat. Oh, Pat got her t-shirt. You're welcome, Pat. I'm glad you love it. That's awesome. She got her shirt. I'm happy. If you guys do win a prize, let me know when it comes in, because I do not trust the post office. Trust me, Colin's been waiting for 3 months, almost 4 months now, to get his, and he still hasn't got it yet in Scotland. But there it is. There's Cecil. What's happening? Guys, I'm glad to see you guys tonight, where we're going to get into it, because I promised some funny videos tonight, and that's what I'm going to stick with my promise, because I did add a couple things here we're going to go over real quick that was come in later. And the rest of them I'm going to save for tomorrow's show. We got a lot going on in there. Inbox is filling up again. But we're going to get this busy. We're going to get it fast. We're going to get it out there. So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. But for the Democrats, it's a terrible Tuesday. The lies constantly. They don't know how to do anything else but lie. Hence the name of the show. That's why I put it on here. And I'm going to show you later on in the show more lies from these pathetic Democrats and the idiot liberals that listen to them. The grandsons were trying to put the Trump stickers off of me. I'm glad they liked it. That's awesome. All right, let me see what's over here. Eric Von Zipper is in X. How you doing over there? Thank you for making a comment in there. I appreciate it. We got to get X open. We got to get them moving on. Like Getter. Getter's a little slow tonight to start off. And we got to get people talking in chat. That's what we're all about here, guys, is getting your voices out there. That's what the phone's going to be about. If you want to call in just to say hi, okay. I don't have it on right now. Actually, my phone's down there. But we're going to have every phone call Fridays. And just call in, say hi, or if you got some comments to say about the stuff we go over, or if you got something that I don't know and haven't put out yet, that's what that phone's about. Getting your voices out there. And I think I got it fixed. As long as I have my phone thingy up on the computer, we're gonna practice with it again, and we're gonna have another caller winner. Now, probably wait for next week, since we're gonna have the drawing for this shirt back here coming up this week one day. So don't forget to get your names in if you want the chance to win anything that I'm giving away, guys. You got to be watching the show. That's the only thing I ask. If you're not watching the show that night, you don't win. You got to be watching every night at 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Simple as that. It's not a hard thing to do. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get into some articles here. Supreme Court, and I love this one. We're winning again. Supreme Court stays lower court ruling, allowing Trump's transgender ban to proceed for the military. You gotta love this stuff. All of Trump's stuff's going to be approved because these idiots don't have the authority to be doing this stuff. I just saw where a judge, and I think it's on tomorrow's show, but what the hell? A judge is trying to tell him he has to let them illegals across our border. You believe that shit? 12,000 Venezuelans. This judge is sitting there saying you have to take them. Bullshit. You ain't got to take a damn thing. That judge needs to boot off the bench. Stuff needs to happen. People need to be held accountable for their authoritism, right? Authoritism. Is that right? I don't know. But overstepping their bounds. And that's what these judges are doing. But this one was a big win. The military ban can go in effect. That's awesome. They need to do it. The military does not need to worry about these pansy-ass mental freaks. They need to worry about fighting and saving our country because, shit, India, oh yeah, here it is. India launches missiles at 9 locations in Pakistan. That's not a good thing, folks. It's not a good thing. This is going to start another whole new war. And yes, India is going to try to protect themselves from Pakistan and stuff, but that's not a good thing. We're going to have to keep an eye on this. This is a mess that we did not need right now. We got enough of a mess with Russia and Putin threatening nukes and Zelensky grabbing a set of cojones because they signed that mineral rights deal with Ukraine, which now allows him saying, well, USA is going to stick up for me because we got this. They have all this, they got this, what they want now. And so they have to protect this country or they don't get what they want. So now he's growing a pair and telling Putin, kiss my ass. I got U.S. backing now. I got him hands down. So that's not good. I shall. Welcome. And we don't need nuclear weapons. Exactly, Shell. She said both are nuclearized. We don't need nuclear weapons, especially Iran. And nobody should have nukes. We shouldn't have nukes. China, Russia, nobody should have nukes. You want to fight a war? Okay, fight it with bullets like we're doing now. And nothing that can wipe out a whole population, a whole country, because everybody's going to be devastated if it happens. Everyone. Not only for her first one that shoots off the rocket, because the next one's going to go and they're going to shoot theirs off before they get devastated. So it's going to be a nuclear wasteland on this world. And that's not what we need. We need, everyone needs to get rid of nukes. Fight a war. That's like 10 guys ganging up on one person. It's uncalled for. And so is the nukes. They need to get rid of that crap. Justice restored. Jerry, what do we got here? President Trump gets the last laugh over deranged Jack Smith reclaiming boxes seized from Mar-a-Lago raid, vowing to someday display them in his presidential library as proof of the witch hunt. Well, thank you for that, Jerry. That is nice to hear. Did you guys hear that? And I think he should, because all this is going to eventually come out. And if they actually taught history in schools, people would hear about this. But I don't think they even teach history anymore. They're pathetic. All right, here we go. U.S. and China to begin formal trade talks during Treasury Secretary Bezant's trip to Switzerland. Here it is, guys. The tariff trade talks are going on, and that is the only one anybody was worried about. But Walmart now, like everyone should have been doing from, hi, Sean, over in Getter, everyone of these companies that buy stuff off of China or out of the country, Japan, Taiwan, whoever it is, they should have been fighting for price negotiations this whole time, not waiting until it took Trump to do something for these people to fight for pricing. Walmart makes a drastic decision amid tariff threats. not only did Temu stop shipping packages in here, but now Walmart is finally going to the table and fighting for lower prices with these people that they buy from, which that's every company, no matter how big, how small, you always want the best deal for two reasons: for your customers and for yourself, because the more that you have to pay for an item, it comes off of your bottom line. And that's what these companies weren't worried about, because they would just say, all right, well, they're charging me $1 for this. I'm going to charge them $1.50, $1.75, or even $2 to make their profits up. They're going to keep their profits as high as they can. Well, Walmart's going to do it now. They're starting to talk to China about getting their prices lowered on items that they buy from them so they can keep the prices down and their bottom line high, which is smart, don't you think, guys? Oh, let me get this down here. I'll keep moving and not checking over here. This is what these people need to do, because it's going to happen. Because if you do not lower your prices, Walmart, with their, 3,500 stores or more, I think, Walmart says, well, hell with you, we're going to go somewhere else. That's a ton of money they're losing. With that many stores, and how many items per store did Walmart buy? Yeah, that's a ton of money. Them little Chinamen going to be working days over days trying to get stuff shipped to Walmart, right? So Walmart's doing the right thing. They're trying to keep their prices down for the consumers and keep their profits up. All right, let's keep going here. Now, this is from Kash Patel and Deputy Director Bongino. And listen to what they have to say. And if you guys didn't read this on X, if you're not on there, take a listen. This is about the 764 network that we were talking about the other day. Kash says, I encourage everyone to read this story on the Violent 764 network and how the FBI is working with local enforcement to fight back. It's deeply concerning, or disturbing, but critically important to understand that without what's out there, and be aware. I need my glasses. Aware of the threats American kids and families are facing every day. This is about kidnapping children. The criminals in these networks use outlined platforms to target vulnerable kids, coerce victims, and recruit others, often resulting in horrible cases of abuse. It is absolutely tragic, and I want people to know that we're cracking down hard. Remember, last week we announced our agents and partners arrested 2 alleged victims or leaders within the 764. We've opened hundreds of cases around the country, and our field office were fully engaged. This is a priority of myself and Bongino and our leadership team. Those who come after America's children will face justice. We will be relentless in pursuing them. We hope to have more updates very soon. Thank you to our team and partners who are treating this issue with gravity it deserves and working around the clock to protect the children. Now, this is happening right here, guys, and it's a pretty shame. It's a real bad shame that they have to open hundreds of cases. So this is how many has already been happening, and they're kidnapping children right out the streets. So this is something that's pretty bad. We're going to be following this. FGS, they're saying FGS is in the house. I don't see FGS in there. Say hi, FGS, and Getter. But this is some stuff that's going on, guys. We got to keep an eye on this and make sure this stuff doesn't happen, or we can help prevent it from happening. So that's what we got to be looking into. All right, guys. Now, that was the stuff that I just added. Now we're going to get into real quick the stuff that I added for tonight's show. Trump's ban on federal funding for dangerous gain-of-function research. And you know, Trump's been saying it all along. We know it's been coming out of Wuhan labs. And the Democrats keep telling people that it's not, there's no proof of that. That did not come from them. We did not finance it. Yes, you more sure to hell did. Because that piece of garbage, Fauci, even admitted to it. He was paying them for that. Of course, all of his lies before that went, we're not doing nothing. There's no such thing as gain of function research. And he's trying to call liar to the and I can't remember his name in government, which is a doctor. And we got a hell of a lot more doctors that got lost their jobs and stuff for all this stuff, talking about this stuff, to find out that they were right. And Fauci was behind it all. And what happens? Nothing. He's a Democrat. Nothing happened to him. I don't see her, just in case she's listening in. Well, FGS, I hope you're listening, and I hope you're watching. All right, let's see. Let's keep going here. We're going to get through these here real quick. Oh, here we go. President Trump smacks down reporter with a hilarious response after she tries to shame him over the Trump Pope meme. This was hilarious. People were laughing about it. Everybody, hey, David. I hope Fauci's going down, David. I hope you're right. But this was a joke. Trump had nothing to do with it. And Fauci needs to swing from the gas. You damn right there, Shell. He needs charged with, what's that? Chemical weapons against us, or whatever. What the hell's it called? I'm having a bad night tonight. My head's all congested and stuff. But listen to this. People were laughing at this Pope thing that somebody put out. But listen to this reporter try to shame Trump. You know he doesn't do that well with these idiot so-called journalists. Take a listen.
Some Catholics were not so happy about the image of you looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about it. I just saw it last evening. Actually, my wife thought it was cute. She said, "Isn't that nice?" Actually, I would not be able to be married, though. That would be a lot. I'd have to the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on getting married, are they? Not that we know of. No. I think it's the fake news media that, they're fakers.
My question, though, sir, was about the fact that it was put out on the White House account. Even though it was AI generated, it was a joke, it was a meme. Does it at all diminish the substance of the official White House account to have it go out on that?
Give me a break. It was just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. Have to have a little fun, don't you? Yeah, please, go ahead.
Tell me about the...
Yeah, you love that. Trump knows how to handle these people. Yes, exactly, David. He's a genius. The man knows how to handle these people and doesn't get worked up over it. That's the thing. All right, let's keep going. President Trump offers a cryptic response to who's behind Nord Stream pipeline explosion. Take a listen and let me know who you think he's talking about in comments. Take a listen.
First, I just want to thank you for letting us in here. I'm with Zero Hedge in the last administration.
Oh, yeah.
And us on social media, so we're really grateful to be in the White House. And this is not exactly sports related, but I've been dying to ask you this question for a long time, which is that 2.5 years ago, the Nord Stream pipeline blew up.
Yeah.
And despite what people like John Brennan and all the hawks said, you were one person who said Russia probably did not blow up its own pipeline.
Yeah, if you can believe. They said Russia blew it up, yeah.
And so I'm wondering, now that you're president, if you would consider launching a formal investigation into what happened there and who actually did blow it up.
Well, probably if I asked certain people, I'd be able to tell you without having to waste a lot of money on an investigation. But I think a lot of people know who blew it up. But I was the one that blew it up originally because I wouldn't let it be built. And then when Biden got in, he allowed it to be built.
There you go. Who you think? And thank you, Shell. Fauci needs charged with crimes against humanity. And I hope that happens. We'll see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath because I'll be dead by the time that happens. All right, here we go again. Let me know who you think blew up that pipeline. We all know who did it. Secret Service violently pushes suspicious man who grabs an agent's arm, gets too close to Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. Well, no shit. You think they wouldn't do it? Why would you grab a Secret Service agent's arm? Take a look. and you hear them screaming and saying, why would you touch a Secret Service agent? You know they're Secret Service agents. That is a threat. He's lucky that's all that happened. They should have slammed his dumb ass to the ground. Oh, my God. And these people in the background, why'd you do that? Well, you dumbasses. What do you think? You're going to go near the president of the United States family and touch a Secret Service agent? Morons. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Let's going to keep going here. I just think we got to see some biggest idiots in the world. Marjorie Taylor Greene says she could win Georgia's governor or Senate seat. That was just something I threw in there because she said she could. And she won't say if she's going to, but she said she could if she wanted to. So that's what the polls are telling her. So we'll see what happens. Alan Dershowitz to Newsmax. Harvard won't win a legal battle against Trump. Well, this man should know, but there's still stuff going on with anti-Semitism in one of the colleges in Washington. They locked up like 38 people I saw earlier. These people will never stop. Harvard think because their shit don't stink, or they think it doesn't stink, that they can do what they want and still keep the federal tax. Why they're getting tax money, well, they're not anymore, but why they were is beyond me. So, the hell with them. All right, where are we at here? Let me see what this is. Okay. Here's a good one for you guys. Elon Musk gets his own Texas city. Oh, yeah. This is freaking awesome. After voters approve incorporation of SpaceX Starbase. Listen to this. A remote section of the southern Texas home of Elon Musk's SpaceX launch site has officially been designated as a city. Oh, yeah. They just added a new city to Texas. They named it Starbase. The area was incorporated following a successful vote by local residents on Saturday. Of the 283 eligible voters, most of whom are SpaceX employees, 212 voted in favor, while just 6 opposed, according to the results of Cameron County. Musk celebrated the outcome on his social media platform X, writing, "Starbase Texas is now a real city." You gotta love that, guys, right? Texas, you gotta be thrilled about that. That's Tammy and Jeff and Sean. You guys got a new city added to your state. That's awesome right there, right, guys? Trump claims that within the next few days he will receive a very big announcement. Yeah, and I didn't put that one in there, Jerry, but thank you for that. Some kind of announcements. He said it's not related to tariffs, or he's not going to say that it's related to tariffs. I saw him on that thing with the Canadian Prime Minister. Oh, that moron. Oh, that was just funny. He destroyed that Canada dude. And that will be truly earth-shattering and positive development for this country. And he specifies that it's not about trade. He said he's not going to say that it's not. No idea what it's about, but Trump is setting a pretty high expectation, which they always do. But this is amidst a trip to Saudi Arabia. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but we will see within the upcoming days. So no to Epic City. Nope. They went with Starbase for the new city. Damn, laptop buffer. Texas John is buffering. Oh, man. All right, I only got a few more here. Had to say, what'd you say? I didn't get to see it. Let me go back up here. Your alibi is weak. I don't blow it up. I have an alibi. Yeah. That's funny right there. All right, let's keep going here. Trump threatens 100% tariffs on foreign-made films. And shit, I can't remember who said it, but they're making money off of these films. They're charging us to send films over there, so why not? Trump said he would do it too. And who told him that? Somebody said that he told Trump about doing it. I think that's probably in tomorrow's show. I don't even think I put it on here. I didn't put it on here. But somebody mentioned to him about doing it, and now he did it. So, all right, let's see. Delete that one. Here we go with the lies of the Democrats. It's Getter. My phone is buffering too. Oh, really? I haven't been paying attention. I can see myself over there too. Texas John. Oh, Shell's too. Shell's buffer too. That's not as bad as Cloud Hub was yesterday. Remember, I was telling you Cloud Hub was messed up. Well, my show posted 25 different times yesterday on Cloud Hub. Oh yeah, it was crazy. When I went on there today and did my ad and stuff, it was posted. My yellow shirt was all over the place. Oh yeah, it was crazy. All right, Hakeem Jeffries, the idiot, the big total head moron for the Democrat Party, blames Trump for Newark airport chaos, accuses the White House of breaking the FAA. Listen to this idiot.
Well, it's certainly something that I think we're all invested in looking into as it relates to the ability of the American people to be able to travel in an efficient way. We do know that the Trump administration has decimated the FAA in a variety of different ways, and they've been doing this from the very beginning. They are breaking the federal government, and as part of breaking the federal government, the Trump administration is breaking the FAA. And whether the specific situation is at Newark Airport has anything to do with that remains to be seen. But it's my expectation that the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee will look into this situation, that we should get some answers.
This moron, Trump has nothing to do with the computer system, and them cutting the budgets had nothing to do with the staff, didn't have nothing to do with the flight controllers, whatever you call those guys in the tower. It has nothing to do with that. And they can sit up there and they lie. They do this all the time. How many times have we had to hear their lies? And I don't even think we can count that high. How many times they've lied and their sheep believe this stuff. And it puts everyone in danger because these idiot mental cases that follow them believe this stuff. And then they go out and they threaten and they want to harm people because of lies, because of these idiots. And this is just another example of it. Well, talk about lies. MSNBC gets caught lying again. Another hoax goes up in smoke. MSNBC forced to issue retraction live on air after guest floats bogus claim about Kash Patel. Oh my God. These people will never learn. Take a listen.
And now let's circle back to a segment from Friday's show. Frank Figliuzzi was on that morning during this hour discussing the work of administration officials. At the end of that segment, Figliuzzi said that FBI Director Kash Patel has reportedly been more visible at nightclubs than at his office at FBI headquarters. This was a misstatement. We have not verified that claim. We will be right back.
No apologies. They just said they didn't verify that claim. This is what they need shut down. They need their FCC or FAA of FCC license pulled, and they need shut down. Because these people, that's all they do. They lie, and what happens? My bad. Nothing happens to them. You start finding them millions of dollars every time a false claim or a lie that you can prove, and almost everything that they say is a lie or a false claim. Millions of dollars, make it 10 million a day. Oh yeah, if it's not paid that day, make it another 10 every day that they don't pay it, every day that they lie. Something needs done, and people need to start getting serious about it. I mean, it goes for all of them, even Fox News, everyone, even the ones that are more right-leaning, the same. It doesn't matter who you are. If you purposely do it, and they've done it, CBS with their falsifying the interview with Kamala Harris to slap back at herself, they need fined, they need shut down, period. It's end of story. But that's not all. You got a piece of garbage like Democrat Hank Johnson draws Holocaust comparison while blasting deportations. Are you kidding me? Take a listen.
You know, first, they came for the Latinos outside of the Home Depots trying to get work so that they could feed their families. And I didn't say anything about it because I'm not a Latino at the Home Depot. Then they came for the Hispanic-looking folks wearing hats backward with tattoos, and they deported them to El Salvador. And I didn't say anything about that because I don't wear my hair backward, and I don't have any tattoos, and I don't look like a Latino. Then they came for the Latinas at home taking care of the children. They scooped up the Latinas and the children, some of whom were American citizens.
Lie. That's what these Democrats do. There was not one American citizen sent to El Salvador. They want to sit there and say because the kid was born here, that makes them automatically a citizen. That is not true to a point. But the mother wanted them to go with them. The mother could have went. The child could have stayed. But the mother said, can the child go with me? Well, yes. Go with them. So I just hate these pathetic-ass Democrats and these liberals that believe them. I'm still going on with them on Facebook about that idiot from Baltimore. Well, not from Baltimore, from El Salvador, that is arrested and put in there saying, they're sitting there saying that he didn't get his due process rights. Criminals deserve due process. Not if you're an illegal criminal, you're in the first place. You were a criminal when you came here because the country let you out. But they don't understand that they are too damn stupid to understand that. You idiot liberals are damn dumb. All right. And I want to read what Jerry just wrote. ICE in Baltimore arrested Joel Armando Mejia Benitez or something, a MS-13 gang member with an Interpol red notice. He first entered the U.S. illegally in 2005, was deported, re-entered at an unknown time in 2014. He was arrested by HSI Baltimore and given a notice to appear and released. Do you believe that shit? Right there. Thank you for that, Jerry. There's so much going on here, guys, that they're not going to be able to keep up. But there's so much that they're trying to do, and they're doing a great job. But then you've got these Democrats lying their ass off. Why? Because they think it's going to buy them votes. Thousands of lies per day. Yeah, exactly, Frogface. These lies just never stop, and they're dangerous. That's the bad part about it. And if the government can't do that, we're going to have to do something because we're the ones that have to face the consequences if we're walking in the streets someday and some crazy ass mental patient, Democrat, liberal is going to come out of nowhere and start doing something to people, stab them, shoot them, whatever. We're the ones that are going to have to face the consequences and our families. And then we're going to have to do something we really don't want to do, but have to. If we have to, we're going to defend ourselves. And it is definitely going to be something they're not going to like very much because they're not going to see their families the next night because of a lie. And I will defend myself with every ounce of blood in my body. As simple as that. The Congress, I would say, lies. Most of the committee. Oh, David, yeah, they all lie like crazy. I think it's when it's a thing that you got to be a good liar to be a politician. Oh, yeah. Now, we're going to get into this real quick. Remember, I was telling you about this. A former housing official in the U.S. government has built a $21 trillion underground city for the wealthy and the powerful to live in if a near extinction event occurs. I'm not making this up. You're going to hear it for yourselves. Listen.
But there is a history of near extinction events. And one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, when between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solera.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So,
In the United States?
in the United States, on all over the world. But, from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solari Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170.
Okay, guys, you hear it there first, right there. We know that stuff's going on. And I'm betting bottom dollar that these are for them. And then we already know the government has it for their people, the president, to keep a government running in case something happens. And I like Texas John's word for a zombie apocalypse. I'm waiting for that day. I was born for that day. Give me target practice. I want a zombie apocalypse, man. I can try out every weapon that I have. That would be freaking awesome, wouldn't it? All right, let's get some breaking news right here from Jerry. Pakistan soldiers are marching toward the Indian borderline while shouting Allah Akbar. That is not a good thing. Thank you for that breaking news there, Jerry. I appreciate that. So much going on. It's guys, wow. Anyone ready to start a cement company? Yeah, I'm with you, Tammy. Yes, ma'am. We got to get that. Obama built a new bunker under the White House. Remember that, folks? Hey, no, what about Zuckerberg building his underground thing, his bomb shelter? Remember that one, guys? We even have a drawing of it. Oh, yeah, a picture of it. Remember that? We've seen this stuff going on for years, guys. And according to her, you saw it, 1998, they've been doing this stuff. What's one thing I do not have? I do not have a bomb shelter. I do not have a place, and I should have that, but I do not have it because where I live, if I build it, one where I could build it, it would flood every once in a while because water comes up in them. It had never been into my yard, but they say we're in a flood zone, which my house is not. My other house over here, a couple houses down, is, they say, but it's 2 houses down from my house. But my house is not in flood zone because every time you want to go out and buy a mortgage loan or something like that, you have to get flood insurance. That's like $3,000 a year. And we're not even in a flood zone. These people are idiots. They just want the money. All right, guys, I am done with the articles for tonight. So we're going to get into some videos here because I got some great stuff here. And the first one I want to show you, and we're going to, no, it's only 39 seconds. Trump against Welker about border crossings. Listen to this.
Let's talk about the border. Okay. Let's talk about deportations. Border crossings are at their lowest level ever recorded. Is the border,
is that good?
Is the border now secure?
Yeah, it's really secure.
It's absolutely
Isn't that good?
secure.
When you say that, doesn't that just sound good? After being abused for years by an incompetent president that allowed people to pour through an open border, criminals from all over the world, murderers and insane people from mental institutions and insane asylums. Isn't it a beautiful thing when you say it's the most secure it's ever been in the history of our country? Isn't that a nice statement?
You know, another reason where Trump can take them to the hill. I love it. He doesn't even skip a beat. And that's what I love about this man. He does it great. All right. Speaking of Trump, how about y'all like ZZ Top back in the day? How about ZZ Trump? Haha, gotcha. Yeah. Remember we talk about AI being dangerous? That's why, but that was great. And I like ZZ Top back in the day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, believe that. Why, hell, I used to listen to rap back in the day. Oh, yeah, believe that stuff. I can't stand it now. All right, let's get rid of this one. I'm going to save a couple of these. Let's get in a little Green Frog Lab. They just put this out a little over an hour and a half ago, and I thought this was hilarious. Take a look.
Kids, y'all are looking at a dead man. I should not be in front of you today. Drugs and alcohol have ruined my life. I started doing drugs when I was little, just like you, fellas. Me and my friends would go home and smoke marijuana after school. Can you say marijuana? Marijuana? That's what I was smoking. Sometimes dipped in embalming fluid. And me and my friends would laugh and giggle and eat all the cookies. Then I upgraded to a little drug called acid. Very inexpensive and affordable. Even young children could afford it. It's so bad. I did 2 hits of that. And Bugs Bunny and Scooby-Doo and all my favorite cartoon heroes came to my room and ate cookies with me to sing songs for 16 hours. God damn! Talking about, don't beat up your room. And Mickey Mouse was doing the bass line like this. Ba, 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 boom. Ba, 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 boom.
That was funny as hell right there. Great job, Green Frog Labs. That is freaking hilarious. You can't beat that. I saw that when I was looking at other stuff, and I just couldn't help myself. That was hilarious right there. All right, what do we got here? Oh, check his little funny get out. It's only 15 seconds.
Hey, man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up. I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
Don't you love that? Got a beat and it's got chickens. I never thought I'd go crazy over chickens, but my chickens are best. And it's like I'm babying like crazy. I never would have thought that. Not for me, anyways. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Press Secretary Karen Levitt live after she puts down a oh, this has got to be good. Take a listen.
This judge, Judge Boasberg, is a Democrat activist. He was appointed by Barack Obama. His wife has donated more than $10,000 to Democrats, and he has consistently shown his disdain for this president and his policies, and it's unacceptable.
You took me right where I wanted to go about the idea that these people are all foreign terrorists, but Judge Boasberg was originally appointed by George W. Bush and then elevated by Barack Obama. I just feel like I should clear that up.
Well, let me just say something to that effect, Garrett. 67% of all of the injunctions in this century have come against which president? Donald J. Trump.
She's another one that can rattle it off and just put those people down. And he's just going to throw it out there that he was of a Bush. Who gives a shit? Bush was a piece of garbage too. All right, let's get this here. All right, here's another one on what makes Gen X people so special. Take a look.
What makes Gen X unbreakable? If we did something bad, all the adults would spank us. There was no child-proofing at all. And honestly, that was pretty healthy for us. We used the dirtiest phones imaginable. If something broke, we'd just fix it. Even if we fell, we'd get back up and walk it off. That's how we had fun. Cool, right? We'd do our homework, clean up, play outside, and watch TV before our parents got home. In the hot summer, you might end up getting burned. That's why we have such strong immune systems. We always knew someone who had a cast. And those things left us with nightmares. We had to remember how to get home. By the time we were 10, we knew how to cook. We built our own forts that felt like castles. This is how we told time. We always knew how to get home. Our toys were painful, like slap bracelets. Your older siblings were always the ones babysitting. Parents would drop us at the mall, or we'd go to the skate rink and would have to find our own way home. What else do you remember?
That's a fact right there. If you're a Gen Z or Gen X, you can live through anything. We don't need no damn vaccines or nothing. We can live through it all. Boasberg believes he's the POTUS. Yeah, obviously, Shell, don't you think? Isn't that crazy? couple of these videos I'm going to show for tomorrow. But we know we missed out on Jeff Dunham yesterday. We're not going to miss it today. This one is Jeff Dunham and Walter. Take a look.
Holy crap, will you shut the hell up? You too. Are you all right? No. What's wrong? I'm pissed. Why? I have no idea. Well, have you ever thought about me being happy? Yeah, what happened? Pissed me off. What would happen if you were happy? Your show would suck. You know, Walter, just once, I think you should try being happy. You're an idiot. What the hell is wrong with you? When I call you an idiot and you smile like I gave you cake. Do you want to be in a good mood? Not if I look like a moron like you. No, thank you. I've seen you walk by perfect strangers and go, oh, hello, how are you? So that makes mothers hide their children from you. You don't think I should be nice to strangers? You know, even dogs sniff assholes first. Maybe you should try that. I don't think so. Actually, there are those little idiot dogs that when they see anyone, they jump all around and then pee on themselves. You ever felt like doing that? Well, that's not going to happen. Well, you might not jump all around, but when you get my age, you'll piss on yourself. Well, I'm just happy to be here tonight. Where the hell are we? Richmond, Virginia. Oh, man. Just one question. Why are we here? It's a great part of the country. Not in the winter. Holy crap. I don't know. I hate being cold. I even got cold in Vegas last week. Oh, Vegas, yeah, you took your wife there. Oh, yeah. You know, Vegas has become a great vacation spot for families. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. That makes sense. Take the family to Vegas. Yeah. Because kids love whores. Look, Mommy, there's a place with poles like where you used to work. Walter, you been doing anything fun since we got here? Yeah, what did I do today? I did something fun. What, I signed up Ahmed to be an organ donor? Oh, that's funny as hell right there. I'm getting sick of that guy. I think all this thing is going to his head. Why? He's been doing all the typical Hollywood stuff. Like what? He's been dating a goat half his age. Oh, yeah, an actual goat. He even got her fake teats. Oh, yeah, all 6 of them. Walter, a goat only has 2. How sick is it that you actually know that? What, are you so lonely now you're checking out barnyard animals?
That's so funny right there. Gotta have Jeff Dunham in there. We didn't have it yesterday, but I want to make something about Tammy and where was it at? And Frogface both said it. Lawn darts. If you were Gen X, you know what lawn darts are, right? You remember throwing them up in the air and running from them. Make sure you don't get hit with them. And they were metal back then too. We weren't pansies. We don't have the rubber tips like they had now. Oh no, we had metal tips. You threw that shit way in the air and you hope nobody got hit with them. Oh, yeah, that was awesome, right, guys? That would show. Fixer said, we shot apples off each other's head with real arrows. Oh, hell no. I don't know that. We do have BB gun fights. We did have BB gun. You know, we played Army with BB guns. Yeah, I got pecked in the head a couple of times with a BB. Oh, yeah, we did do stuff like that. That's what happens when you're Gen X. We can survive anything. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Got a lot more for tomorrow night. I got Robin Williams. Oh, yeah, I got some Charlie Kirk. We're going to get into a lot more of that. We got some more midget jokes. Oh, yeah, we got some more funny stuff going on here, guys. I got a lot for you. And I don't know if you ever heard of Anatoly. He's a bodybuilder, but I can't tell you everything, but it's funny. And I'm going to throw that in there, too. We got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of stuff in my inbox to go over tomorrow, guys. But I promise you I will get to the videos. And Don't forget, I think we're going to do phone call Fridays. If you want to call in just to say hi, you got a joke, got something, anything, or talk about what's going on. If you just want to join me on the program, more power to you. I'd love to have you guys call. So anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And join me again tomorrow for another great episode of The Conservative Viewpoint. At least I think they're great episodes. But anyways, with that being said, guys, we're going to keep an eye on India and Pakistan. That's going to be a problem headache here coming up and going on now. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you again tomorrow. I'm going to leave you with this. And so, Patriots, that brings us to the end of another great episode of The Conservative Viewpoint. We've navigated the treacherous landscapes of democratic deception. We dove into the shadowy realm of gain of function and touched upon the unsettling enigma of the underground cities. We've confronted uncomfortable truths and posed questions that demand answers. Let tonight's exploration linger in your thoughts. Let the questions we've raised fuel your curiosity and your determination to seek deeper understanding. The forces that at play in our world are complex, and the truths are often obscured, but our pursuit for clarity remains unwavering. Tomorrow night, I will continue to unravel these intricate threads. I will dive further into the issues that impact our nation and our future. New information may resurface, the puzzle pieces may shift, but our commitment to seeking the truth will endure. So join me again tomorrow night, guys, for another episode of The Conservative Viewpoint. Be prepared to have your perspectives challenged and your understanding expanded as we continue to navigate the complexities of our times. The search for truth is a journey, and we will embark on it together. So until tomorrow night, guys, remain inquisitive, stay vigilant, and let the questions of tonight's guide your thoughts. I will see you back here live tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the Rebel Chick with a Cause, which starts at 7 p.m. And like always, have a great rest of your evening, guys. I'll see you back here live tomorrow.